Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to those of you who believe in Christmas or do Christmas or like Christmas or promote Christmas or Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. I personally, I have never liked it. I still don't really care for it. But anyways, for those of you who do, Happy Christmas. Let's go through some notes. This is Liberty's Freedom. Liberty's freedom. Liberty and freedom. Freedom is external. It's the absence of constraints imposed by others. But freedom without direction can dissolve into chaos. Freedom is raw potential, unrefined by wisdom. Liberty is internal. It's freedom governed by conscious virtue and responsibility. Where freedom is power, liberty is mastery. Freedom demands rights. Liberty expresses them through discipline. Freedom is the seed. Liberty is the ongoing cultivation of discipline and non-negotiables of accountability, justice, and forgiveness to achieve right and proper relationship of consciousness and current reality. The risks. Well, we'll skip that part. See the difference that makes a difference? Freedom gives you the choice. Liberty gives you the capacity to choose wisely. Without liberty, freedom decays into indulgence. My God, who's ever seen that one? Without freedom, liberty becomes obedience without soul. Damn, who's ever seen that one? But together they form the heartbeat of sovereignty. Liberty's freedom rests on three non-negotiables. Number one, accountability, the courage to own our actions, our choices, and our outcomes. Number two, justice, the equal, steady, uncorrupted application of truth. Justice restores order, defends dignity, and makes liberty real. Three, forgiveness is not weakness. It's the strength that breaks cycles, clear old debts, and move forward without dragging the past like a chain. Liberty's freedom, made whole not by force, but by dignity, not by fear, but by inner authority, not by division, but by the shared commitment to rise together through transparency of time spending, money spending, and relationship accountability of intentional introspection of one's life. To be the captain of one's soul, as in taking full responsibility to rectify, if not reconcile, any and all harms imposed on oneself, whether unjustly through others' corruption or life itself, or through one's own hand. It is of true love that creates a way of expressing current truth that would unveil right and proper relationship of consciousness and existence. It is an ongoing awareness and conception that forgiveness is contingent upon the quality of self-reconciliation in the foremost, and that foundation of forgiveness is what unveils the sovereign oneness. That is, the we the people and the Father God are one. Unlock liberty's freedom. Liberty's freedom is the inner condition where a person no longer reacts from fear, no longer reacts from shame, no longer reacts from ego defense. It is the state where choices come from clarity, responsibility, and intrinsic worth. It removes the illusion of being acted upon by life and replaces it with the certainty that one's response determines direction. It is that certainty that one's response determines direction, momentum, and meaning. In practice, it dissolves victim mentality's absence of introspection's honest self-appraisal. It restores the ability to choose one's mindset, attitude, and actions regardless of circumstances. Regardless of circumstances. Okay, now having said all that, painting that picture, 3 minutes. Let's get 3 minutes on the timer. All right, here we go. 3 minutes. Non-negotiables. Non-negotiables. Here's the key. Not a key, the key. The non-negotiables with oneself. The non-negotiables of accountability, justice, and forgiveness with oneself, first and foremost. Those are the non-negotiables. If those are negotiated with oneself, then those non-negotiables will be negotiated and tainted and polluted and toxified through other relationships and other people. Okay, so what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that is apparently reality has an operation of order. Reality has an operation of order. So what's this operation of order? This operation of order in relationship into our hearts, into our minds, and our external circumstances and situations. Let's see, how would I say this? How would I express that? See, here's the crux of the whole thing that I do believe. And this is not to disregard the fact that some people you just cannot reach because they cannot, will not try any at all. And then if they do, or if you get them to do it, they're going to be devious towards you and they're going to be backstabbing. Okay, now having said that, or I should say, heaven said that and hell said that also. So, truthful honesty. Truthful honesty. That's got to be first and foremost. Truthful honesty, to be able to express needs, wants, concerns, hurts, and to be able to get that done and do it promptly without regret, no matter how it may be or how difficult it may be. So to share truthful honesty and to do it the wrong way is to share an honest truth that doesn't heal but actually kills, because it's meant to harm. See, even if we're dealing with the most toxified, narcissistic person who cannot, will not take any accountability for their act, God damn it. 3 minutes, son of a bitch. That didn't come off nowhere near as cool as I thought. Anyways, that's 3 minutes. 3 minutes to save the world. It's not all gloom and doom, no matter what the outside circumstances are or the outside situations. No longer governed by all that. And I believe this to be real because of one author that I really admire, and that would be Viktor Frankl. That Jewish dude that was caught up in the Nazi death camps. He gave himself meaning every single day, and he held to it under severe, dilapidating situations, and just under every aspect that would tear a person down psychologically, mentally, and emotionally. He rose above it, and he rose above it so good according to the accounts, even his captors that had no heart for any Jews as being any human whatsoever, they actually consulted him on relationships. And he actually made it out of the war and actually continued with his life and lived quite a few years after that. So it's like, at this point, no excuses. No excuses. And definitely no confusing reasons with excuses and excuses with reasons. All right, it's not all gloom and doom. See you in the funny papers.